Okay.
We have water.
We've started the show. Many thanks for staying with us. We've started the conversation before the conversation.
Okay.
It's nice to have both of you here. Today we're examining a critical development in Nigeria's political landscape, the APC E-registration exercise, and we have Honorable Omoniyi Bethel-Olulade. He's an APC Chieftain and Public Affairs Analyst, and we also have Dr. Muritala Seriki, is a youth leader, APC Lagos, and I found out that they're from the same local government area. You're both welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to start with Honorable Omoniyi. What exactly brought about, this e-registration exercise?
In as much as I count it a privilege to be here, but you have my boss sitting beside me. You can't be starting.
I'm going to start with you.
It's okay. My leader. Thank you. Okay. When it was announced late last year that this was going to happen, for me, what I said is I'm about to do a show of power, because as a party, we're not just about just making noise about APC, but right now we want people to see strength. We're getting into a political season in this country.
Always a political season.
But this time around, you're seeing a lot of, I'll say, amalgamation.
Okay.
People trying to form votes and all that.
Yes.
And when I heard that, I was excited that, okay, fine, let's just show strength so that when this next election comes up, and people see results, you won't be a thing of they rigged it. They can say, when they did their show of power, one of the things I look at is when they say South Korea is showing off their power. They're telling the world that if you bring it, we are ready. So I believe that's what our party is doing, that we just want to show Nigerians that this is our capacity, and at the same time tell other Nigerians who also want to be part of us, who feel like, oh, I can't be a part of APC, they finish their registration. We're now saying, okay, the door is open, come and join the transformation team that is taking Nigeria to a greater level.
Okay, you've talked about a lot of amalgamation. I like the word you used. You didn't use defection.
Yeah,
you did. Okay, Doctor. I remember APC having this type of exercise sometime in 2013 or 2014?
2013.
So why are you having another one? Why is this different from the one that has been done before?
So thank you very much, and that's a classical difference of when they say a party is progressive and thinking forward. At the time that we were having the registration in 2013, we were interested in just having our members who want to join our party.
Okay.
But we realized that from that time to this time, there has been a lot of gaps. A lot of members have come into our party. There are a lot of people who also want to come and join our party. So we decided that we have to open a window for them. Of course, again, we're also trying to do revalidation, whereby old members who have been with our party whilst they were in ACN, AD, up to APC. But we are trying to revalidate to also know the numbers of our members. And what are we doing differently that is different from what other parties are doing is that we are going digital. We are having a bank where we now have the data of all our party members, across the country. We have the data that gives us all the information that we need to get, so we know what they are doing, we know their occupation, we know people who are unemployed, we know where they live, so our party is thinking ahead, trying to have a data bank where we know that we can also tell you, apart from all of these benefits that will come to our party members because they are now members of our party, we also now can, as he has rightly said, a show of power to tell you in any election, we can tell you by 12 p.m. we are 12 noon, we are done with this election. Because we already have our numbers, we have our members to say, oh, in Lagos we have so I don't want to give the data yet, because the registration is ongoing. However, we will tell you once we are done with that registration and tell you from the projection, right from Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu while he was governor of Lagos, he had a total of 1.9 million votes, and why BRF, Mr. Governor, Babatunde Raji Fashola, you know, was governor, you know, he had 1.7 million votes, you know. And then we come to when Ambode was governor, we come to when Sanwo-Olu was governor first time and second time. I will tell you now that in the next election, by 12 noon, we can tell you that we have won this election, because we now have the data, we have the statistics to tell us that this is the total number of our members. And if we say all our members alone, just go and vote, you know, and we can tell you, all we need to tell them is go get voting and vote before 12 noon. And we will say, and at the corner of our room, say that, oh, this election, APC has won this election. Well, you know, so it's a strategy for the progressive that is open, that, I mean, nobody can beat. Okay, I'm going to digress a little bit, but still relevant to what you have just talked about, and which is data.
Honorable, I don't want to ask you this question, and I'll say your leader is here again. How important is data in our everyday lives, even beyond this APC E-registration?
Okay, in the commercial world now, they said data is the new oil. You know, because you look at companies right now, they trade data. You know, I'll talk about the first election of Donald Trump. And where they said Facebook, they said, I don't know, but Facebook was able to trade the data of people on that platform, you know, for him to win an election. And generally right now in the world, if you have data, you're king. If I want to go into an environment to sell a product, what I want to do in my feasibility study, the greatest thing I want to see is data. How many people? I was listening to something on the radio, and the person talked about how coffee became, you know, heavy in India. That when they got into it, they saw that they weren't taking coffee. They said, okay, let's go back to the kids. We'll make sweets, coffee sweets, do this, and we'll project 20 years. Now, India is the largest consumer of coffee. I mean, they worked on data. So data for me is the new oil. If you're in charge of data, I tell you the truth, you're making good money in this country right now. So for us also as a party, we have seen this. And instead of just jumping up and down, we're focused on getting, you know, when there's no salt in a dish, when let's say dish, because some dish don't have salt, in a good soup, then no matter what you put into it, it's tasteless. Data is the salt for anything that will be successful. And if we're going to have a solid election, I mean,
to have
if anybody comes down,
to have a solid election,
they want to copy us now. If they try it, they just want to copy us, and it's too late.
You have capacity anyway. You have the capacity to do that. Now, Doctor, you know, I mentioned the 2013 registration. So this exercise going on now, the e-registration, is it like an upgrade? So those who have registered in 2013 do not need to anymore? Or because, you know, some people are now older, do they all come out to do this registration, or sometimes you do consider the old? So there are two things I'm trying to understand here. Is this an upgrade or a total overall?
Okay, so thank you very much. And you know, our party is a very sensitive party who cares about everybody, the young, the old, the pregnant, and everybody that is in our society. So
and those living with disability, those with disability.
Thank you. So about whether or not the time, what we're trying to do, whether we're doing a total overall or we are trying to an upgrade. So you can tag it as an upgrade, because now what we used to do before was a paper registration where people have the paper registration,
your passport photograph just on it.
But now we are having a database where we have it all in one place, and we can extrapolate data as we want and whatever we want it for. You know, so those who are members of our party before are still members of our party. All they need to do is to revalidate. So they are going to go to that same registration point, revalidate their membership with their NIN and PVC, and then we give them fresh new slips. Those who have been in our party, but because our registration has not been on for a while, this is the good time for them to come and get registered into our party. What about those that are old, like you have said? There are special consideration for them across all local government. what we are trying to do is that we don't want to go to anybody's residence. You know, our party welcomes everybody, so they are going to come to our party to get registered. But there are special services that are given to people who are with disabilities, who are old, you know, who are aged. There is a transport system for any member who is ready, that they're going to take them to the venue, they're going to take them back. They have no time. They're not wasting any time when you get to the registration point. You know, so once you see, it's part of our procedure. So once you see anybody who is older than 70 years of age, you let them do first. If you see any disability, they register first. If you see any pregnant woman, they register first. So that's it.
Okay. Now, Honorable, some words on the streets are saying that, you know, data privacy is very, very important. That, you know, who or what mechanisms are they using, you know, in managing data of people, so that, you know, some of their data do not go out there?
That's an inside information, but I'll say this basically because what's happening right now is not just to the benefit of the party, but to the benefit of the individual. Because something happens in the party which is, oh, there's this thing out and we need to pick party members to. We don't have to tell you, go and bring your information. It's already in a data bank where it can be gotten from. And the truth about it is, in the last 2 years, if anybody has seen what Mr. President has been doing in this country, you know that he's not joking with this country, and most especially with the people. It's not a situation where this data is going to be traded for anything.
Exactly.
It's solely for the party, to be used by the party to the benefit of the party members and the country at large. So if there's any fear about, or if I give them my data, someone said, they have my NIN, I don't understand. Is it the money in your account now that we need to do?
Is it BVN? Are they asking for your BVN?
I mean, for Christ's sake, you know. So there will be a lot of rumor mongering around and all that. But I want the people to understand that this is first to their benefit, being a member of APC. It's to your benefit in the winning team. Secondly is now that if you are needed, for example, we can't reach you to send your information, it's easier to just go and say, this person is in Amodofin, Ward C, you know, track. It's easy by just entering this little information, even though we have Omoniyi Bethel-Olulade like 5, your own will definitely come out, and before your phone comes up that you missed it, or you realize that you didn't miss the opportunity because your information was, we were able to capture your information even without being able to reach you. So I can say that the data is very safe. I don't think it's Mr. Government that wants to trade it. If we're trading the data, it's inside us. We're using it. Okay, you have this number, go and work, build your people for election. It's not, who do you want to trade it for? No, their data is say, who? No.
Okay, Doctor, I'd like you to take us through the process. I know he has mentioned something like NIN. So what if I want to go and register? If I can go and register anyway. Okay, if a Lagosian wants to go and register, a Lagos resident wants to register, what should the person do? What is the start of the process of the e-registration for the All Progressives Congress?
Thank you very much. For any members who have decided to join our party, it's a seamless process that lasts for not more than 2 minutes. All you need to do is to go to the registration point in your local government, in your ward that you reside. Then go with your PVC and your NIN. At getting to the venue, the ward agents who are registering members of our party would ask you first for your NIN. Once you provide them with your NIN, they are going to ask you other information about your residence, about your alternative phone number, about your email address, about what you do, you know, and then they are going to ask you for your voter's ID card. You know, this is very important factor for us. You know, this is above the time where you say, I have 1 billion followers, I have 775 million. No.
Followers.
This time, 1 followers, 1 number. You know, so and then we ask them for what's your NIN, what's your PVC number. Once you get those 2 numbers, they get you registered and print out your slip for you. You become a
bona fide member of the APC.
Very simple, very seamless.
Okay, I want to go a bit into politics.
Okay.
Which is
no,
which is not my forte. I am a broadcaster. I am a broadcaster. I know that you when we started the show, you said this is the political era, season. Okay, let's put it as season. I know that when about to start choosing candidates, there are some people you call delegates that you take up there to go and do the voting. Once you register now, does that make you automatically a delegate? That why did you quickly turn to him as a bona fide after registration, as a bona fide member?
Yeah. So it's actually very important that we educate the public about what it is exactly.
Okay.
In our party constitutions, there are different means of choosing our candidates. And there are about 3 of them. First of them is that we can say all members of that particular of our party, from that ward, from that local government, from that senatorial district, should come and vote for their preferred candidates.
Okay.
2, we have another method. That's a direct primaries.
Okay.
2, we have an indirect primaries. In an indirect primaries, we have right to say members from our party would have delegates that will represent them across the ward level, to the local government, to the senatorial district, and to the state level, to represent in choosing the kind of candidates that they want to represent them at the party. And the last of it is consensus candidates. That consensus determines that where the leaders, the members and leaders of our party sit down, deliberate, and decide that, what, this is who we want to represent our party. Our party is very flexible, and it has given a whole lot of opportunities for us to choose from, and then we just decide from there. So it's not sacrosanct that, because you're a member of our party, then you
automatically be a delegate.
Depending on what the party decide at that time. And I can tell you, for all these 3 I've listed out now, we have tried them out in this our Lagos.
So what would be what is the perks for registering as a member of the APC?
Say that again.
I said, what are the perks, or what is the perks for being a member?
So first of it is that you're a member of that progressive party that is bringing good governance to Lagos, to Nigeria at large. That's your number 1. Number 2, you also have rights in deciding who becomes a representative of your party. You also have rights to be voted for as a member of that party. So it means that because he now has a card, is a card carrying member of our party, is eligible to be voted for as a member or as a representative of our party. So the benefit is numerous. The day I also decide that our party want to focus on development of our party members, all of those benefits comes to anybody who is a member.
Okay, I'm leaving politics now. Let's go back to the e-registration. So far, when this exercise started, was it last week or 5th of January?
7 days ago.
So far, has there been any feedback of challenges being faced by the members of the party during the registration exercise?
For me, it's been seamless.
Okay.
The sweet part of it for me, my local government.
So there's no reports of any.
It's seeing even people coming in with, generator is not good. Okay, let me bring this thing to power. That was one of the things that got me to see the love, and people trying to make sure that it's seamless. You're there. Somebody says, get 10 bottles of drink for people. Get 5 bottles of water. So I see the love also in my local government so far. And what the chairman is also doing, it's been seamless. And when my leader was talking about the aged, one of the things the party is also doing is making sure that he's closer. That's why it was broken down to words. You don't have to go to local government. And for my word, they're moving it. So it's closer to people. So far from us, it's been seamless. And the numbers are increasing daily. I mean, amazingly.
Doctor, I know you've moved around a lot, and of course as youth leader of the APC, What has been the response of the youth towards this e-registration?
Okay, so thank you. First, you know, in the registration process, yeah, at day 1, day 2, some teething problems. You know, maybe the printer is not acting.
Okay, there are a few.
You know, just few teething problems. But all of those has been resolved.
Okay.
And the registration is going on smoothly across all the local government and LCDAs in Lagos. Young people are embracing our party, even beyond imagination. You see them go to their polling units in the wards to go and get registered and be a member of our party. And amazingly, as other people will say that, the progressive, there are no young people there, their young people are not supporting. I am here to beg to differ. That's okay, it's not time to release our database, our data information to you, you know, because you guys are not paying us for this free information, but it's okay. However, I can tell you that young people are coming into our party en masse, you know, coming to register because they have seen it that this is the way to go. This is the party that will remember them. This is the party that is working hard, you know, to make Nigeria a better place for all of us and Lagos a better place. Yeah, some people still have 1 or 2 contrary opinions, but I know that as time goes on, gradually, it becomes clearer to all.
I am not the one that is saying it. I'm sure you saw me looking at my phone.
Very good.
A question came in now.
Please go ahead.
You know, he said there are reports of party officials charging members, you know, to help them register. Are you aware? Have you heard about this from anywhere?
That's very false.
100% false.
That's 100% false.
100%.
If anybody has such comments, permit me, I can drop a number. I'm the senatorial admin, you know, for East Senatorial District. If anybody has such complaint, let them please reach out to us and then that will be dealt with. However, nobody is paying a dime for this registration. It's free. All you need to do, present yourself with your PVC and NIN, we get you registered, we give you your slip to go home. There are no any situation, under any condition, should any member or any agent request for any form of money, you know, for this registration process. If anybody says that, it's not correct.
Now, Mali, I'd like to say something. You know, as you were talking, I thought about it. I need to ask that person. Are you sure you didn't get there later and you tried to bribe someone to come to the front? Why? You Nigerians are very funny. Then somebody says that he's paying, but he got there, about 50 people in front, saying, Baba, make I come front. Then somebody says he's paying. You know, Nigerians can be very funny. You know, they say,
nobody's paying.
But nobody will charge. Nothing.
It's free of charge.
It's free.
Okay, so is there a duration, you know, for the exercise since it started on the 5th of January
to end on the 31st of this month?
For those who are not around, you know, this period of the exercise, will they still have an opportunity to go and register?
Oh, yes, for people who are not around at this time now and are active members of our party, they will still have an opportunity to get registered. Okay. It might not just be immediately on account that other processes are coming up as we build up the election, which are the World Congress, the Local Government Congress, and the Senatorial Congress before we get to the State Congress and the National Congress. Okay. So before all of this convention, just immediately after all of this convention, the registration will be opened back and they will be eligible to get registered again.
To get registered again. So I want to find out again that this e-registration, what will it do for the party in 2027? I'm being specific now.
Thank you very much. This e-registration is going to do a lot for the party in 2027. It's letting us having our numbers and deciding how to play our games better. Again,
when you say game, no, you have to. Doctor, you have to clarify that.
No, I can explain that to you. You know, because that, like he has rightly said, we are seeing different build-ups across different political parties. We are seeing different political parties coming together to merge. Some people have said, the most popular one now is ADC. I don't want to give them popularity, but they call them Association of Defeated Candidates, coming together to say that, they want to come for this election. All we are saying is that everybody, Nigerians, are free to decide who they want to vote for to represent our party. Okay. And what we are interested in, getting our members on board, getting them ready for the election. That's it, basically. Okay.
So, is APC working with INEC in any form for this registration exercise?
No, we don't have business with INEC on this registration. Okay. All we do is that for you to be an active member of our party, you must first be a Nigerian. And the only thing that specifies you being a Nigerian is having your NIN. Okay. And for you to be a party member, that we can count on an election day, is that you should have a PVC. Because without PVC, you ain't going to do nothing for the party. So, and that's why we need you to provide us with your PVC.
Somebody has said.
And then nobody is asking for you to be educated or not. That's why we are not asking for WAEC results. And nobody's asking for you to be rich or poor. That's why we are not having for BVN. Nobody's asking for you to be single or married. That's why we are not asking for marriage certificates. And and the list continues. So what are we interested in? You are a Nigerian, you are not from Togo or Benin Republic, and say you want to be our member. That's why we are asking you for that NIN. And are you eligible to vote? Are you above 18 years? And that's why we're asking for your PVC. That's it.
Okay, this registration exercise, do you have to do it in the state you reside, or you have to go back to where, you're originally from? Okay,
so this is it. It's also very important to educate the public. Okay. Depending on where you reside and where you vote. So I'm a Lagosian. I reside in Koshofe local government. I am from Muritala local government. Okay. But my registration is in Koshofe local government because that's where I reside, that's where I play politics, and that's where I vote. So it's better when you want to do your registration where you reside and where you vote. Oh,
okay. So someone like me, okay, just leave it. Okay, another question has come in. I don't know why these political questions they keep sending it. They said this e-registration exercise, is it about party reform or about controlling party structures ahead of 2027? I've asked your question. It's not me.
No, it's okay. It's the both actually. It's party reform. It's preparing our members for 2027. Party reform in the sense that our party, we are trying to say, we can't continue to do this paper registration and paper validation of our members. We have to be progressive. Okay. We have to be contemporary with what is happening in Senate clients. So that's why that's the reform. The party is going from paper to paperless. In gathering our data. In gathering our data. Okay. So is it preparing our members for 2027 election? Oh yes, because we're also now having numbers. We are trying to get our figures right, that our members is going to use in 2027.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just before we go, any last words from both of you? Let me start with Honorable.
Okay. I'd say this. What President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been doing in the last over 2 years, how today I can walk with my phone and not bother about cash in my pocket. That's what the party is also doing. We're also gravitating towards this, I won't say new age, but this development of having things done seamlessly before we go to the bank. And I can't remember the last time I went to a bank.
Me too.
And I've been doing transactions. So that's what the party is trying to do, where it's seamless for party members to benefit from things. There's an empowerment going on. Nobody needs to be calling people up and down. So everybody should try as much as possible to register right now, because I'm sure that at the end every party member will be happy. And I'll say this about the youth you mentioned. I mean, regarding the education fund and the amount of youth that's benefited from it, I can guarantee you that the ones telling their friends, because in the way they're saying join now so that it will help you and all that. So the noise is not something that is dirty among the youth. It's a good noise, and I can tell you the truth that their participation at this point is heavy. Okay. I can tell you this for a fact. Now, when the numbers come out, any other amalgamation will know the end of 2027 election before we even start. Thank you very much.
Okay, Doctor.
So thank you very much. I just want to add to what he has said is that APC is a moving train, is a progressive train. I want to encourage Lagosians, Nigerians, young people to please embrace this opportunity. It doesn't come all the time. This is the best time you can join our party if you haven't been a member. So I want to encourage them to please get registered. This registration is going to end by 31st of January. So we encourage everybody, Lagosians, who are interested in being members of our party, that this is the best time to get registered. And then the best party to join is APC.
Okay, according to Honorable Omoniyi and Dr. Muritala Seriki, the APC is the party to join. And for those who are still considering, you know, whether to go and register, now is the time. You've heard it from them. January 31st will be the last day for the e-registration, so make good use of the time you have now. I want to thank Honorable Omoniyi Bethel-Olulade, APC Chieftain, Public Affairs Analyst, and Dr. Muritala Seriki, Youth Leader, APC Lagos. And we've been talking about the APC E-registration exercise. Thank you both for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go on a short break. When we come back, the conversation continues.